So appreciate everyone tuning in. Man, we're getting a little started a little bit later, but hey, priority is the business that pays me, right? So I'm not making money doing this. It's just a passion thing. But definitely look at continuing to grow and expand this. And hopefully one day, I can start getting paid off this. But right now it's just a passion project until we blow it up. So salute to everyone jumping on and joining us. Sneaker Fox show, IG live show. And we got Ron Diesel. So Ron is on. So Ron, we're going to try this out. And hopefully this time it works. But I'm sure it will with the iPhone. I'm even looking at the video, the quality of this video already with the iPhone. And it's already 10 times better than the Android. So let's try this out. The moment of truth. Let's see what happens.
All right.
There we go. That's it. What it is, man. You got to have at least one Apple product connected. As we see that Android, man, it's not work. Well, it's not compatible with IG. So,
Facts.
what's going
Facts.
on,
How
man?
you doing, bro?
Well, I'm blessed, man. No complaints, man. Weather crazy. Leaving the job and trying to get back here. Weather crazy. Additional plans get added along the way. You know how it is, man. So, but I made it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what matters. What about you? How you doing, man? How's everything going?
Good, man. Blessed.
Yes.
Blessed, man. And
Yes.
and honored to be on your platform.
Man, I'm honored to have you on the platform. I'm honored any one of the from the Puma community that jumps on, man. Definitely much respect just to take that time out today. We're all busy, family things going on. For you just to even take the time out of your day, man, I'm honored. You know what I'm saying? Just to sit here and to be able to talk about your Puma collection.
Right.
Talk about how you got into Puma. So I'm honored. So you're doing me a favor, honestly. So this show, man, this is you have your real life going on, and this right here is like my getaway. Coming to the Puma community, being able to converse with you guys, man, about our passion and love for the brand, and everyone showing off their sneakers. This is like my getaway from reality. So definitely appreciate you, man. So you know how we jump things off, everybody. So first, I want you, Ron, before we get into releases and everything, go ahead and introduce yourself. Where you from?
Yes, Ron Diesel, born and raised in Brooklyn. 70s baby. Been a Puma fan since yay high,
Wow.
since the beginning of this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My parents are Haitian.
Okay.
Came to this country, did not understand a child having an infatuation for pricey
Nope.
sneakers. But
Nope.
but this is the original. I'm going to do a little show and tell here. This is
Oh,
a book
okay. I
called Back
can't
in the
wait for
Days.
this. I can't wait.
I think you
I
know about
can't
this
wait.
book. This is by Jamel Shabazz.
Okay.
And, it kind of showed, this is what the style was. And if you look at what the brother has on the feet right there, what do you see?
Yep. Got the Clyde suedes.
Yeah, these are the green Puma Clydes or suedes. We can't really
Right.
tell. But, this is my era. This is the era that I grew
Okay.
up in. Walked out of the house. This is what brothers were
Oh,
wearing at the
wow.
time in Brooklyn. I don't know if the picture is
No, it's
reflected
coming in
correctly with the
clear. It's
lighting.
coming in nice and clear.
So this is what got me started into the Pumas.
Okay.
Just neighborhood.
Okay.
Just going out and seeing it and being exposed to that.
Okay.
And my mother gifted me with a pair of Puma suedes.
What color?
And
What was the colorway? Was that your very first one?
my very first was black and
Okay.
silver.
Wow.
And that's what got me started.
Okay.
But along the way, I'll just give you a little. I don't want to say a history lesson. I'm no one's OG
Right.
in this, but back in the days in Brooklyn, during the b-boy era, it all started with hip hop,
Right.
the culture. So seeing breakdancing, seeing people, breakdancing, it was right in your front doorstep.
Right. Right.
So with the fashion, Pumas were very popular in the beginning, but it
Right.
started to taper off a little when the emergence of the felines came in and the
Right.
spot builds and Nikes, of course, began to dominate. And and Lottos, and a whole bunch of names. Diodoras were getting
Right,
popular.
right, right.
So if you think about the greatest disc record ever, according to some, The Bridge Is
Yeah,
Over.
yeah.
The line in that was, he told him, KRS-One told MC Shan, "You're better off talking about your what? Your whack Puma sneaker."
Right, right,
Now, if that weren't valid at the time, if people weren't moving away from the brand, he couldn't have gotten away with that line. But the fact is, people were starting to move away from Pumas, and
right.
so people kind of tapered off. But I always still loved the brand. Fell in love with the brand later again once the Yo MTV Raps pack came in.
Okay.
I've been diehard ever since.
So I like that what you just talked about right there. So I want to stay there a little bit before we get into releases. What allowed you when Steelers came in, Nike came in? What was it about Puma that kept you still down with the brand?
Well, it was the hip hop aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that it was something that I was familiar with.
Right, right.
You know, but at the same time, you're a kid. The peer pressure is there. You get clowned. I kind of had to leave Pumas and get some felines too. I
So,
started getting Bally's and all of that.
so if you got caught in Pumas when the Bally's were hot, when the Fila was hot, you would get clowned being in
Absolutely,
Pumas? What?
yes, absolutely. I remember vividly. If you remember the Run DM song, "My Adidas," right?
Right, right.
I had a fresh pair of Pumas. It was white with the black form stripe. I'm walking down my block, and cats were like, "My Pumas," walking down. It
Oh
was,
man!
you know, the peer pressure was real.
Right.
If
Did
anyone
you
has
jump
who's
onto
listening,
Adidas during that time, that transition? Did you jump on it? Did you get you a pair of shell toes?
yeah, yeah, because Sheltos and Pumas were neck and neck
Right,
at that
right,
time.
right,
So you had the suede, you had your Shelto. Nike Cortez was kind of squeezing in there
right,
somewhere.
right, 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 right.
So yeah, absolutely. I still have, much respect to the Adidas brand. It was cool, but
Okay,
it's this all day.
okay, okay. And then you did talk about how you got back into the brand. Tell me about that. You getting back into the brand after that NTV packs dropped.
I was it had to have been about maybe 2006, 2007 when Big Daddy Kane did an interview online, and he was talking about coming out with a collab with Puma.
Oh wow!
I'm a Big Daddy Kane fan.
Right,
To me,
Brooklyn.
he's in my
That's
top
Brooklyn
five
right there.
forever. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, once it dropped, I made sure, I ran to sneaker shop and
What sneaker
copped a
shop did you
pair.
go to a cop? Do you remember?
Yes, it was Dr. J's on Fulton
Dr.
Street.
J's. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
Dr. J's on Fulton Street, downtown
Fulton
Brooklyn.
Street. Okay,
And
okay, okay.
so I copped that, and later on got the MC Shans. I got the
That.
Dougie
Oh
Freshes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
had,
yeah.
because those were the legends.
Right, right, right.
Uh, so I started to, look online, and I'm seeing, I came across a site called pumatalk.com.
Okay,
I don't know if anyone remembers pumatalk.com.
okay,
It was like the beginning stages of what you have and what I'm seeing as far as the Puma community, or at least me
okay.
becoming aware of the Puma community.
Wow. Okay, okay.
And it was a site where cats were showing off their collections. They had
What?
Clydes, they had
And what?
Suedes.
And you said what year was this around? You said 2000.
This would have to have been around 2009, 2008, thereabouts. It was called pumatalk.com.
All right,
If
Justin
you
just
Google
said he
it,
was on there. Justin said he was definitely on Puma Talk. Question:
salute Justin.
did you
He's the
bump into
historian.
Justin
Yeah.
back then?
If we did, we didn't know each other. It was like,
What? Let's do this.
you know,
Justin, what was your screen name on Puma Talk? And Ron, what was your screen name on Puma Talk? And maybe y'all bumped into each other.
I I think it was Icon or something. I
Okay.
don't remember. It was so long ago.
Justin, what was
But
your? Well, I'll wait for him to go ahead and. Well, we can keep going, but I'll wait and see if he posts what his screen name was on Puma Talk. But dope, I didn't know there was a PumaTalk.com. I didn't know that. I didn't. Oh
oh
wow.
yes,
Okay.
sir. That's
Okay.
because fat. Yeah, I see it. Fat
Fat cow.
cow something.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is the back in the days when they had the boards and everything. It was the chat boards and all that. That's what it was right during that
It,
time period. Okay.
yes, it was
I remember
something
back
like
then. I
that.
know Nike had one, and I was on like Nike. At that time, I wasn't on Puma. I was on like Nike and all that. And they had a couple of chat boards for that. I had no idea that Puma had a chat board too. That's dope, man. Puma
Yeah, they
Talk.
did.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was pumatalk.com. It was somewhat of a blog, and that's how I became aware of all of the different collabs. And I've started seeing like the poison the poison dart frogs
Okay.
and all of these different
Okay.
pumas that you didn't see in Jimmy Jazz. You didn't see them in Foot Locker,
Okay.
and it just turned me into a fiend. The very first Clyde that I started getting around that point was the after the Puma Yo MTV pack Raps pack was the Puma Poison Dart Frog pack.
Where'd you
I
cop
started
that
going
from?
heavy into those. I want to say eBay, but it could have been another site,
Okay.
because it was so long ago. Because I had them then, and I still have
Okay.
them now, but I copped them
Wow.
back then.
Okay. Okay.
And the ball just it just started to spiral out of control, and here
Wow,
we
man,
are.
that's dope, man. That's dope, man. All right, we're gonna get into a little bit more about that. So, what we do at the beginning of the show, we always go into drops, letting everyone know what's dropped since the last show, and go into some future drops. Right now, Puma is definitely gearing up for a lot of big releases in February. So, we got the Puma Pam just dropped last week. They dropped the Clyde and Velo Faces. So, have you kept up with the Pam, the Perks and Mini collaborations? How do you feel about that? If you have,
I vaguely remember seeing it a day ago, but I
okay,
don't remember because I kept on
it's a
rewriting.
it's a
Yeah,
rubber toe Clyde, and it's purple, well, lavender. It's like a lavender color. Have you
right.
seen those?
I saw it, but I just don't remember because I
Okay.
kept on looking at the name because it kept on coming up, and I couldn't make it out. Like it
Yeah,
was what was
Pam. It's
that?
a PAM, and it's short for Perks and Mini.
I would have to see
Yeah,
him again.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, anyone correct me. I believe it's an Asian clothing line. Yeah, I believe they're from Asia. I believe anyone correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe it is an Asian clothing line. Have you kept up with any of the releases that the Perks Mini? It looks like they're about into like year two of collaborating with Puma. Did you have you seen all the they had suedes that they've dropped? What's the other model? Damn, can't even think about the other model. Suede's. What's the new model that came out? Yeah, I'm not can't even think of the name of the new model, but they've been doing a lot of like suedes, Clydes, a lot of releases.
Right.
It's been about 2 years now that they've had that relationship, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like the final drop from that relationship that they have, I guess, until they maybe renew the contract or whatever. Did you cop any, or are you familiar with any of the drops that they had over the past couple of years?
Nah, this is my first time hearing of
Okay,
it, but I did see it show up in my feed
okay.
somewhere. That's why the name rings a bell when you say
Yeah, they
Pam.
got their very first suede is probably the best suede to me that they dropped. It was like a multicolored suede, had green, yellow, orange. Um, Real dope suede. The quality was a vintage suede, so real dope, man. So I'll definitely shoot you some information about that so you can check them out.
Thank you.
But I know you definitely should have seen this one. They have the RSX 40th anniversary. I don't have an actual release date, but I have links to some sites where they have dropped already. This is just paying homage. It's the 40th anniversary of the RS running system. And
Wow.
then you remember the RS computer?
Yes, the
Yeah,
RS
so what
computer
they
I've
did is they took
seen,
the
the mixtape.
RSX and gave it the same colorway as the RS 100 computer, and then the little part at the back with the computer chips in it. You know how on the RS it had like little thick piece coming off the
Yes,
back that they added that piece to the back of a RSX. But obviously it's not computerized though. But they added that piece to the back of it of RSX. I know I don't have a release date. I think it's already out in Asia, and you know how they get a lot of the dope releases out there in Asia and everything. But
yes.
I do have a site. Everyone shoot me a DM and I can shoot you the link. I already shared that link with the Puma Bros chat. Are you in the Puma Bros group chat
Yes. I'm in the one that the link that you would send me.
for Puma
I think the
Bros?
form strip
You're
for.
in there?
Yes,
Okay,
I am.
good, good.
I should be.
Okay, okay. But I sent a link in there, so anyone that is interested in copying those, and it's actually on the Forum Strip 411 page. So remember, everyone, make sure you follow the Forum Strip 411 for all the latest Puma drops as well. So that is, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a date on that, but that I do have a link where you can actually cop them now. They also dropped one in a green colorway, so the form strip is green. The rest of the model is white, but the form strip is green. And then they also have an all white one, and that's just for the women. And those two are actually released exclusively in Europe, so I don't think they're actually touching the states. But as far as I know, the RZX, that 40th anniversary, is supposed to hit stateside. I
Right.
just don't have a drop date for you guys. Also, like I said, Puma's gearing up for February, so they got a Velo Faces Sprint 2K. So the Velo Faces actually won the new model of the year last year for our Puma Awards for 2023. Are you familiar with that model? And if you are, what do you think about that model?
Not familiar with that
It's
one.
kind of
My
like the runner. It looks like an A6 type of style runner. Yeah,
right. No,
yeah.
not familiar with that
Okay,
one because
okay,
I'm kind of limited to Clydes, because that's
right,
my personal favorite.
right, right.
I do have a couple of non-Clydes and non-Suedes, that I can
Okay,
show you later.
okay,
But yeah, I haven't kept up with the newest
okay.
models.
Yeah, I'll shoot
But those
you
Scoot
some.
Zeros though,
Yeah.
those are on my list.
Those are nice. Yeah, those are definitely nice. Yeah. I'm kind of biased to it as well. Being that Scoot is from Atlanta, man. So I'm definitely biased. And I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, another Puma athlete from Atlanta since Clyde has had a signature sneaker. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think, especially when it comes to basketball. I know Ludacris had a collaboration, of course, with
Right.
the Clyde, but as far as a
Yes.
basketball athlete, there hasn't been one to my knowledge since Clyde Frazier. So I think that's really big and historic to me, especially for him coming from where I'm from, the city of Atlanta. That's pretty dope, that he has this collaboration. And the very first model, the colorway was a Georgia Peach, just, paying homage to Georgia. So that's pretty dope. There's also a suede patch that's dropping February 1st. Um, and then for the ladies, I'm not sure who Lem Lem is, but there's like a suede mid collaboration that's dropping. And then there's two suede XL models that are dropping. There's a pink and a brown, and then reverse brown and pink. What do you think about that suede XL model, the extra large?
Gotta see them.
Okay,
Gotta see
it
them.
has it's just thicker. It has a thicker sole, thicker. What do you call it? Around the ankle as well. It's more padded. The tongue is thicker. It's just that's why they call it the XL, just thicker. What's it called? I posted on Norman posted it on his page. Do you?
Okay.
Yeah. So check that out. So definitely want to get your thoughts on that. What I get started up offline. I'll send you a picture and see what your thoughts are on there. But they just took the suede and just made it bigger. That's what they
Dag.
did. Made it thicker. Yeah. All right. So what else we got coming up? We got the Mellow Balls dropping. Mellow Ball Iridescent, which is the pink one. Those are dropping next Friday on February 2nd. And then February 3rd, they're actually finally bringing Sorayama. He is a artist from Asia. He has a Palermo that's dropping. He did drop a Clyde, two Clydes that he dropped last year. But of course, they were just made in Japan. You couldn't get them over here unless you paid like over $200 for them. And some of them, they've put them. I'm seeing what the retailers in the States are doing now is those made in Japan models are actually starting to put them on their website and really just trying to, man, they are like putting a super tax on it. Like they're selling them for like 275.
I saw. I
Yeah,
saw
that's what they're
the
doing.
with
Yeah,
the
they're
silver
taking
form
made in
stripe.
Japan's.
Yeah.
And us Puma, we're not going to spend that type of money on that. Yeah, the Nike guys, they do all that. They're going to spend that type of, But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm sure y'all, if y'all just wait, it's going to go on sale, and you'll be able to get at least half price. So be patient. I know my boy Andre got lucky on one of the models. Is a website called Slam Jam. They posted the Clyde on their page, and instead of having it for 275, they posted it for $95. And I know Andre got lucky and copped it. And then like the next day, I guess they realized they put it for the wrong price and bumped it back up to 275. So he got lucky, man, and got him for a steal. So salute to you, Andre. And he got a steal. But as I tell everyone, if you're not in the Puma Bros group chat, and you're not following Form Share 411, you will never know all these different releases. I put sales, like when things go on sale, like right now on what website that it is at shoepalace.com. They like got like 50% off some dope suedes, so you can cop some suede for like $40 for that. So shoepalace.com. So that's a perks when you guys are part of the group chat, Puma Bros group chat. If you're interested, shoot a DM and we'll definitely get you in there. You know, as long as you're a Puma head, you love the brand. That's all we do. We just share our sneakers in there, and when there's stuff like that, sales and things, releases, early releases, I post them in there. So, and then other people also post as well. And you know, you get your opportunity to grab something early or exclusive. So, another brand that's dropping, they have a new model. It's a new runner called the Spyrex. They're dropping a premium colorway that's dropping as well. And then February 10th, there's the Spyrex. Soriyama's also doing a Spyrex as well. And Chris said this last week too. He's saying you and him have a story, so I'm definitely interested in hearing this. You and Chris is I'm definitely interested in hearing that story. So we definitely
Okay.
going to talk. I want to do that right after we talk about the releases. Get into that story because I know you talked about it last year, so I definitely want to hear that. February 17th, we got the Mellow Ball 3s. It's a Porsche collaboration. These are real nice, yellow and black colorway. Real nice. Those are dropping February 17th. How do you feel about the Mellow Balls?
Love them.
Love
Fire.
them. Okay.
The MBO2 is
Okay.
what
Oh, you're
is
an MBO2 fan?
yes.
Okay.
It's MBO2. The MBO2 Flare
Okay. Okay.
is
Okay.
nice. I got
Okay.
that on my wish list.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, no, a lot of people go to like the MB1 or the MB3. You're one of the first ones that's told me, said, "Hey, the MB2, you know, is probably your favorite out of the model." But they got an MB3. That Porsche collab is dropping February 17th. Then we got the Suede Camo Wave is making a return, and they're doing a collaboration with We Are Legends. We Are Legends, if you guys aren't familiar, it's African American designers, creatives that are actually Puma employees, and they have it's called We Are Legend, and it's just African Americans who, and they put just different designs. They got different shirts, pants, sneakers, and then this camo wave is pretty dope, and that's dropping on February 19th. Are you familiar with the Camel Wave? The suede Camel
No.
Waves. It's got like wave. The design on them is like waves on them. So that's dropping February 19th. MB3 has the Beehive colorway, which is a colorway of the Charlotte Hornets. This is a European release though. That's dropping on February 22nd. Stewie is coming back. Breanna Stewart. I know you're familiar with Breanna Stewart, basketball player. She actually played for the New York Liberty. She has her third collaboration. That's dropping, her third signature sneaker. It's called the Stewie 3. And I actually posted this on Formstrip 411. It's the Paris colorway. And they're getting ready for the Paris Olympics. And this year the Olympics will be there. So she's going to be dropping that right before the Olympics. And it's a Paris colorway. So, and the details on that are amazing. Like they put some real nice details on that design on there. And something I know you'll be happy with, Carrots. I know you remember that collaboration that dropped back, the Carrot Suedes.
Vaguely.
Carrots, yeah. So he's come Anwar Carrot. They're getting ready to drop another collaboration. It's been years. I think that one. Correct me. I know where's our historian. Is he on here? Justin, the historian. He'll tell us exactly what day, time, hour, and everything that dropped. So please chime in, Justin, in the comments of when that dropped. But I believe it's probably about 2018, somewhere like 2010, around there, 2011, if I'm not mistaken, that this dropped. Well, he's coming back with this collaboration. He has a regular suede and then also that suede XL I was telling you about. It's the Anwar Carrots, the two suedes that he dropped. The black one, and I believe it was gray, was the other one. The Anwar Carrots. So he's re-releasing. I don't have a drop date for y'all, but you know, once I get that drop date, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know about it. I would. Those are all the drops that are coming up. So man, so we're gonna get right into this, man. So let's hear this story, man, with you and Crazy Chris.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Salute to Crazy Chris. Uh, let me start by saying this. I'll start by saying this. Everyone that I've noticed that most collectors, most Puma collectors, has their own style.
Yeah,
You
that's what
know,
amazing, man. That's what I love.
yeah. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, everyone has their favorite models, their own style. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I first started really getting into it, I would see some were collecting like, the jogging shoes, the jogging Pumas, the runners and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
And but over time I came to appreciate those other styles. And so let's get to the Crazy
While
Chris
you're there,
story.
let me
Yes, sir.
before you get that's I want to ask you a question about that. Being that you come from the era of the Clydes, the Suedes, and that was like the go-to and what you stand for. So with these runners coming in, how did you when you first started seeing everyone rocking the runners like the RS? How did you feel about it, and what had you grow to appreciate? All right, okay, it's a runner. It's a pretty cool model. Tell me about that transition.
It was the Blaze of Glory.
Blaze of
I
Glory.
used to
Okay,
have a nice
nice.
green pair of Blaze of
Okay,
Glories. When I first tried them on,
okay.
I mean, I fell in love with those, and
Super
I started
comfy,
seeing,
real comfy.
very, very comfy. The
Yeah,
support, the
yeah,
styling, the detailing.
yeah.
Started seeing all of the different colors and collabs of the Blazer Glory. I fell in love with that. That's what got the ball rolling for me to
Okay,
appreciate the other
okay,
models.
okay.
So you can identify someone based on their style.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Crazy Chris. It was when the Puma Clyde Noahs were announced, that were going to be released. I made my way to the Noah shop because I just knew if I went online, I started, I was at my job and I'm looking online and I'm seeing it sold out. I said, let me run out
Oh,
to the Noah shop. I Googled it,
okay,
and there's a Noah shop in Lower Manhattan in the Village area.
okay,
I want to say not Village, maybe like Chelsea. I'm sorry, Tribeca area. Made my way out there, and I'm seeing them, and I'm like, wow, I just went straight to these guys, and I'm like, listen, I need the Clyde Noahs, and they looked at me like, wow, we didn't know that these were going to be so popular. We would have had them design more. They were
oh
very down to earth,
wow,
very cool guys. It was a very limited run. I don't know how
wow,
many were produced, but it was very limited, and they didn't expect this level of attention. They didn't know that Nikes weren't the only ones that get down like this. We get down like that as
wow.
far
That's
as
a good.
being
I
on a
never
hunt.
got it from that perspective. Okay, dope. Okay.
Yes, sir. So they went to get the pair. I'm talking to one of the guys there, and he says, somebody just left here, and he had on Puma from head to toe.
Crazy Chris.
I said, you know something? That's one of my peoples on Instagram. And sure enough, I hit Chris later, and I saw him post. I was like, dude, were you at the Noah shop? And
Yeah,
he texted me back like, yeah. I said, and I just told him the story. They told me somebody just left draped from, and if you go to Crazy Chris's
that's him.
page, you'll see that
That's
that is the
Chris.
style,
Yep.
head to
Head
toe,
to
the
toe.
hat, the jacket, the pants, the
Yep.
sneakers,
The
the
socks.
bag,
Everything. The bag.
the
Everything.
socks, the
Chris.
whole
Yeah.
the whole nine
Yeah.
yards. Chris is very dedicated, and it's so interesting that in this whole big world, everybody that shopped in, I just knew, and so we must have missed each other by minutes. We could have
Right.
even
Right.
walked
Right. Right.
past each other, but yeah, it was just hilarious. We
Right.
both
Right.
clowned each other,
Yeah.
but definitely
Chris
a
didn't
big
even
fan
tell
of
us he was
the.
going to the store. But now that I know I got another New York plug, oh man, I'm
Yes,
glad. I'm
sir.
glad that I know you out there now. So, yep. Oh yeah, I'm so
See,
mad. I still got to get those. I'm gonna get my hands on those. I'm gonna get my hands on them. That's an amazing pair. Definitely
I,
amazing pair. Yeah,
I
beautiful. That
got you.
brown colorway. Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody. March 29th, Clyde Day. Meet us at the Puma store. Clyde Day, March 29th. Meet us at the Puma store. We're going to do a meet and greet. We're trying to work on some things with Puma to kind of make this official at the store and put some stuff together for us at the store with different activations. So we are working on that behind the scenes to make something happen. If it doesn't, at least its first year there at the store, I want to just everybody from the community that lives in New York, surrounding cities that wants to fly in, March 29th, meet us at the Puma store, meet and greet, man, on Clyde Day. So March 29th, and then also everyone, if you can't make it, just make sure you post those Clydes. Salute to everybody last year that participated and posted their Clydes on March 29th, which is actually Clyde's birthday. And I just felt we had to do something to honor him, like how Nike has Air Max Day. I felt, man, Puma, we got to have something. And I was like, let's do Clyde Day,
Right.
man. So appreciate everyone that supported last year and posted. And this year we're taking it to the flagship store, March 29th. More details will come as far as time and all that. So more details has come. Stay tuned. All right, so okay, so you already told us where you from, and you already went into the information about the culture and everything like that. And so just tell us, was there when that switch to like Fila and all that? What do you think caused that switch? Was it the artists, the rappers, and the videos, or just the street cats that just a lot of stuff starts in the streets, fashion.
Yeah.
What do you think made that shift away from Puma? Maybe Clyde leaving Puma at that time. Like, what do you think was that shift that just everyone's like, man, Puma just ain't cool anymore?
Yeah, it was definitely disheartening when it happened. I remember going to high school. I had a Puma suit. I had a Kangol to the side, and you
Man,
know, when I got there, it was Feli. It was Feli, Nike. These were the suits that people started wearing.
right,
So as far as what sparked it, I'm uh, I'm tempted to say, the street culture. And of course, hip hop. You started looking at brothers like Eric B and Rakim and
right.
the whole Dapper Dan. Ironic plug. We got to talk about that too.
Yep,
But the whole Dapper Dan. If you look at the Eric B and Rakim album cover, this is what I started to see. It was about these the Dapper Dan suits and the Feli suits. If you had Feli was the king at that point.
wow,
So as far as what sparked it, yes, all of that, the street culture, uh, you know, the hustlers that you saw in the neighborhood, and and this whole thing that we just started to move away from the traditional hip hop style of dress,
right,
Lees, Pumas, shell toes, even Run DMC's. People started to look at them a little funny with the style a little bit.
right,
You
right, right,
know,
right.
this is why MC Shan, look at the brother.
Yep, yep,
You can see that right there. This was the uniform, but for some reason, you know, dudes, kind of moved away from it. And I always respected MC Shan. If he ever watches it, I salute this man because he stuck to his guns and he
right.
stuck to his principles. He
Yeah,
didn't follow the trend. He stayed true to what he was about.
dope, dope.
So
And do you follow him on Instagram?
absolutely, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. MC
Funny
Shan.
story, everybody, about Shannon. I'm actually working on trying to get an interview. One of my best friends, my homegirl Kia, um, she dated MC San's son and was the next door neighbor to MC San, and she had no idea who he really was. No idea who he really was until one day I
Wow.
posted it, and she was like, "That was our neighbor," and I was like, and he'd always talk about this and that, but she never understood that era and how big he was in that era. And I thought, yeah, he was that
Yes.
guy, that dude. So that's my funny story there about Shan, whatever. So, and he lives here in Georgia, in Douglasville. Yeah. So,
Yes.
yep.
Yeah. MC Shan is iconic.
Right.
And he also had a
Mm,
MySpace. And even around then, I started to
okay.
see some of he had the Puma, all of these different Pumas. He was post pictures from his collection as well.
Oh, okay.
So
On
that also,
MySpace.
it was enlightening to see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He had
Wow.
the Bode, the Puma Clyde Bodes. He
Right.
had
Right.
so many different Clydes. I got to respect MC Shan.
And then not I think about last week he was posting a whole bunch of different Clydes that he had in his collection too. Yeah, he was
Wow. Yeah.
just showing all the different Clydes. He had about 5 pairs of the MC Shan dead stock. I was like, oh man, dead stock, just pristine, beautiful. I'm like, man, that is like beautiful and amazing. So
Did you ever see the MC Shan sample Clyde with the Met colors?
no.
It's somewhere on this page. You probably have to scroll down. He
Okay.
has it, but I remember seeing it like, why don't they drop it? This is
Oh,
it
it was
was
in the
blue
Mets
with the
color, like the
orange.
orange, blue Mets. Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, with MC Shan and the same design with the bridge logo. Yeah,
Okay.
MC Shan gets it in.
Nice, nice. Okay. So talking about the different models, and so I know we know Clyde is your number one. What other models do you like right now?
Uh, I'll show you a pair or a style that I think the community slept on,
Okay.
that I fell in love with. These right here, you know, these are
Yeah, people
the
did.
Puma Disc Rebirth.
Yeah, and that was like a re-release from an archive, right? From what was
Yes,
that? Yeah.
but they touched it up,
Okay.
gave it some updates. Love this, love
Okay.
this so much. I had to go get a second pair,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I think they look better in blue.
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
the
that's a
blue
dope. Yeah,
colorway.
yeah, I like that. I really like that colorway. I really like that colorway.
Love the Slipstream as well. Slipstream is dope.
Yeah, I like the
The
slipstream too.
what I have on my list, I think there's the Puma Slipstream staple.
Okay.
I want those with the yin and yang on the tongue. Have you
Right.
seen that one?
The yellow one.
The one with the green, it's got some green lines through it,
Oh, okay. You talking about
but it
the
looks,
white and green ones?
yes,
Okay. Okay.
those.
Okay.
Love
Okay.
those. I'm partial to green these days. I don't know
Okay.
why.
Okay. Do
Uh, let's see.
you have any pair of slipstreams?
Yeah, I have a pair of Slipstreams. I have a white
Okay.
pair. I don't have them here. I have them
Okay.
in another room.
Okay.
I wore those to death. Love those.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
It gives
the
me
RSX,
that
of
nice
course.
'80s basketball vibe. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you do have the RSX. Okay.
Yeah, RSX toys.
Yeah, I love that
I
colorway.
I kicked myself because I could have had the mixtape version. Remember
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah. I
mixtape?
got those. I got those. Yeah.
There was they were at the Puma Lab at Foot Locker on 34th Street,
Okay.
and I had both of them in my hand. I was like, nah, I'll go with this one. It's a little more simple. I wasn't ready for the mixtape, but now I got home and I'm like kicking
Damn. I
myself, because
should have got that
you
with
know
the
that sneaker
mixtape.
is.
Yeah. Right. Right. Hey, it happens. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Got a bunch of stories like that, where I kicked myself. I should have just pulled the trigger and got both.
And but you know it's always like that, man. Like you just regret it down the line. You're like, man, I should have pulled the trigger on that. Why not pull the trigger on that? Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah,
a lot of times, man, I'm like, man, let me just pull the trigger because I know I'm gonna regret it, and I'm gonna be like, damn, why didn't you pull the trigger at that time? So now I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna pull the trigger on it and go ahead
yeah.
and get it. So
Yeah, because the thing is also who knew? You couldn't really tell. But now, I think the Puma community in general, everyone is just one of the things that I appreciate about everyone is the unity everyone has.
yeah,
Everyone seems
yes,
to be very cool,
yep,
very
yep.
down to earth. No one's trying to, posture. If you know something, somebody will look out and get sneakers for you out of state if it's not available in your
And that's
state.
what I love about that. You might talk a few times, but people show love like, hey, you might get in this. Okay, cool. Get it, send it to them. I love that, man. I love that about the community that we have.
Yeah, I don't know about the other communities, the Nike or whatever, but there's no competition. Like, yo, let me battle you. You don't know. You think you got Pumas? Let me show you Pumas.
Right,
There's
right,
none of
right,
that.
right, right.
We're all
And
grown
there's a
men,
lot of
and I
that
respect
in
that.
those other communities with the other brands. It's like if you don't have this particular one, you're not cool. You're not the in. You know, it's a lot of that in that, and that's what I like about the Puma community is whatever model you like, that's your style. That's what you like. Cool. You're still accepted because it's still Puma, and that's what I love
Absolutely.
about the brand. Yeah, there's no
Yep.
pressure or nothing like that. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And even in terms of saying how much you paid for something, we're grown men. We're watching our pockets. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Exactly.
nobody's gonna
Exactly.
brag and say, "Yo, I paid 20,000. I paid 2,000 for these." Like that's something that gets you points. You know,
And that's what gets you points in the in the other segment of the culture
right?
is you buying all the resale at $2,000. Oh, now that makes you a sneakerhead
Yeah,
because you can buy them at resale. But if you don't get that resale and you didn't get that model, you're not even a real sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying? All that. Yeah, I'm not with all that, man.
yeah, yeah.
So let's get into some collaborations. I want to know some of your favorite collabs. What's one of your favorite superhero collabs?
I the He-Man Clydes that I saw.
Okay.
Puma
Yeah, those were
Paisan
dope.
is the only one I saw with them. I remember seeing them on the site, and I said, "Yo, those are
Yeah.
fire!" But the next time I went, my size was gone.
Oh,
You
those
know,
sold like hotcakes. Those sold out quick. If you didn't
yeah,
pull the trigger, yeah, those are
yeah,
gone. Yeah, those, and it's
yeah,
hard to find them too. Nobody's really reselling them.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
went
and
on eBay. I found someone who was reselling them. I copped them, and they never sent them. And they ended up just sending
wow,
me my money back. I was disappointed, man. That hurt. I'm thinking, oh, I finally got him.
yeah.
Finally had my hands on him, and still couldn't get it. And you can't find it anywhere.
You ever cop a pair that's not your size just because you need them? You're like, I'll either squeeze or I'll do
Of
with the
course,
extra
yeah.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I won't go lower than 11. I'm not going to go. My size is typically 11 and a half, 12, depending on the model. And
right.
yeah, I won't go under 11. But yeah, this pairs I had to have. I got 11. I'm like, all right, all I'm going to do is just take the insole out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Old school way, and squeeze my feet in them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What's one of
yeah.
the models that you did that where it's like, hey, it's a smaller size? And how small did you go? What's your size?
11 and a
Pause.
half. Yeah, yeah, sure.
That sounds funny right there. Man, I'm like,
I
hold
get
on.
it. I get it. I get it. But I'm 11. I'm 11 and a
Okay.
half. I'll go in 11 because
Okay.
I tried, going up a 12 and it just looks goofy,
Right,
because
right, right, right.
it'll curl at the top, especially with the Clydes, they kind of curl a little bit at the top
Right, right.
already. So
Yeah, right.
imagine a size that's a little bigger. So
Right.
I'll squeeze into an 11 and make it work,
Okay. Have
but
you
I've only
realized
done
with the
that
new
like
cars that
once.
they're dropping, they seem like they run bigger to you?
The opposite. I'll tell you
Really?
why. If you look at
They
yeah,
seem like they run
let
bigger than me. Because I remember the older Clydes, I can't
yeah, like
wear
these.
an 11, and now I can squeeze into an 11.
These are my size in the original Clydes before they did them over
Okay.
is 11.
Okay.
So I think they kind of did a European thing to them, and they kind of made them a little smaller. So now I have to get an 11.
Okay.
But if you look at the circa 2009 to 2000 early 2010s, those Clydes like the Puma Premiums and stuff like that, those were cut, a little bigger because I think it dealt with the skateboard culture at the time.
Yeah.
They were making, that's where the Pumas started coming with the fat laces. You'll see that they're not really throwing in the fat laces like they used
Right,
to,
right.
you know, but because now they're a little more, they kind of streamlined it a little bit, in my view,
Right,
in my
right.
view. So, yeah, my experience is a little different,
Okay,
but
okay. But I think that's what it is because I started really cutting class like the 2015, 16. That's when I got into Puma. And it seems smaller then. And then now these new archive OGs that they're bringing out now seem like they got bigger than from the 2015, 2016.
well, you know what? Maybe you could be right as far as bigger, because
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, it was the original Clydes, or not the original, but the ones that were around that time. They were a little wider. The toe box was a wider toe box,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whereas now you see it's a little more narrow.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you look at them, they're comparable to suedes. Sometimes you can't tell the difference.
I brought that up too. And I brought up also like that the older Clydes was like more rounder, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And now they're kind of more pointed, and then you got to really double take like to really see. And like the only way you're gonna tell difference is on the midsole. And Clydes always had that thick line, and then the
yes,
suedes have the small skinny line. And that's the only way like you can really really tell now because they made them so similar. And I thought I was the
yes,
only.
yeah, that
And I
and
brought that up, and people were like, "Oh, I don't know what you mean." I'm like, "Man, look at the old because I have my Ludacris's, and they were round, and
right.
then anything I have now is like more of a pointed feel to. I'm like, nah, these. And sometimes when you look at it, you think it's a Clyde, a suede, but it's a Clyde.
Yes, yes, yeah. That's yeah. They were wider. I think it was and again, I think it was this whole skateboard thing, retro b-boy thing. I
Right.
think that's what, because I think Puma was more catering to, the culture, the hip hop culture at the time, and now that it's more kind of high end, it's more of a boutique. The styles that are coming out, they're kind of
Yeah.
boutique level. Correct me if I'm wrong, or tell me if you noticed that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
I
if you
agree.
look at the
I agree.
Clydezillas. The Clydezillas look like something that you would see in a boutique,
I
some
agree.
high fashion,
I agree. I
where
agree.
you might see some haberdashery type of apparel,
For
and
example,
for
like you
a
talked about
gentleman.
earlier, Dapper Dan. You know what he's
There you
done.
go.
Like, yeah, exactly. Just like what you said mentioned earlier. So yeah. All right. Your favorite movie collab?
Wow, hands down, it would have to be the Scarface.
Ooh.
However,
Which
however,
Scarface? Which one?
the recent one that just dropped,
The
the
Suede?
Puma Suede Scar,
Because you know
the
there's a Rob
Suedes.
Sanford too.
No, not the
The
Samsons, the Suedes.
Suede. Okay,
Yes,
those are nice, man.
those are
Those
fire.
are nice. Especially when did you cop them?
Didn't cop them. Didn't
Okay.
cop them. But I love them. The
Shoepalace.com
box,
have them. Shoe
Chewbacca,
Palace.
Shoe
Yeah,
Palace. Yes.
the ones
Okay.
who actually did the collaboration, Shoe Palace. So shoepalace.com have them.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were fire. But I have a wish list. I wish somebody would connect with Puma and tell them they should do a Puma movie collab, The Last Dragon.
Oh man, that
Think
would be
about that.
dope. Yeah, that would be dope.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If you watch the movie, all right, follow me. If you watch the movie, when he dressed up to go deliver pizza so he could get into, the fortune cookie shop, he
Mm-hmm.
was wearing Pumas.
I gotta go back and see that. Okay.
Watch it.
Okay.
You'll see he was wearing some baggy, some jeans or whatever. He took off the Chinese kung fu outfit. He was wearing Pumas
What
in the
was the
movie. They should collab
colorway?
that.
Do you know what colorway?
It was white. I couldn't tell if it was blue or black, but I just know that it was white. So there
Okay.
should be a Puma collab for The Last
That
Dragon. There should also be a
colorway
Puma
too.
collab, that
Yeah.
colorway, the same one.
Yeah.
Or
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Beat Street.
Okay. What is your favorite? I'm gonna do it's a two-part question because it could be different. If it's not, you let me know. What's your favorite collab sneaker, and who's your favorite collaborator with Puma of all time?
Mm, that's for the second part, as far as the collaborator of all time, I have to go with the Yo MTV Raps pack.
Okay. Okay.
All of them,
Okay.
all of them.
Okay.
I know. I think Justin has all of them,
Yeah, he
if I'm not
does.
mistaken. I
Yeah.
think he's got all of them.
I think he even has
And
the sample ones in the European editions too, and all that. He has all of
yeah,
them.
there was a DJ Cash Money,
Yep.
Yo MTV Raps Full
Yep.
Sway, which was also again a green colorway that was
Dougie
fire at the time.
Fresh.
The Dougie Fresh, of course. Yep.
Hmm.
The Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it would have to be the Yo MTV
Do you have
Raps.
all of them?
I only have the three: the Canes, the
Okay.
Dougie Fresh, the MC
Okay.
Shans. I almost came close to getting the Dr. Dre and Ed Lover version, but
Okay.
they wanted to overcharge me, beat me in the head. I was like, nah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't.
Do you have those available to show?
Uh, uh, Give me a minute.
Okay.
I should have the Canes.
Okay.
The Shans I'll have to dig under some boxes,
Okay. Okay.
but
Okay.
the Canes, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was about to see those Big Daddy Canes. Shouts out to everyone jumping on Polo. What does that say? Polo Bow. Shouts out. And shouts out Chopper, man. I see you, brother. Shouts out to Chopper. Shouts out to Della Mike, Coach Dave. Who else we have that jumped on today? Of course, shouts out to Crazy Chris, of course. Sam, R.I.P.'s ALX. Just Yoso, K West. So I appreciate everyone jumping on today. Appreciate it.
Okay, ain't no half stepping.
Oh man, that's just that's a pair. I look a lot online to find those, man. Those, yeah, that's a beautiful pair. I finally got my hands on the Shans. Now I'm still trying to get my hands on these right here. That's a beautiful pair. Beautiful. Definitely one
Thank
of the
you.
best collaborations of all time. Definitely.
Salute Big Daddy Kane.
Okay, and it's still early in the year, so we're gonna go to 2023 because it's still early in the year. What was your favorite Puma that dropped last year?
Uh, uh, Definitely the well, there were a couple of them, but definitely the Dapper Dan
Okay,
Puma.
okay, yeah,
Love the tassel, love the
yep,
detailing on these.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's
I think you're all too familiar with them. I know you got them.
yeah, I got them. Yeah, that's
These
beautiful. This one, I love that pair. You can when you dress it up, man. You can dress it up. Yeah, that's it's a beautiful pair right there.
let's see. I want to say the oh, my favorite cop
Oh,
so
that was the
far
class
was
from
the
last year too. You got them this year or last year?
I got them. Yeah, I got them in
Okay,
December. Yeah, so yeah, I
yeah,
barely made it in 2023. This was the
yeah,
last cop of
right. Did
2023,
you
the
go on
last pair I got.
Atmos to get those or Atmos?
No, this I ordered on because there's the Atmos Japan,
Right.
and yeah, let me show you. I got to show you the detailing on the
Yeah,
other
that's
side
a
of this
yeah,
one. Love
that's
these.
just a dope, amazing man. Yeah,
And
man.
and this is the pair where I had to go down a size
Okay,
because guess what? For anybody watching, warning: they did not they did not manufacture an 11 and a half. So it goes from 10 and a half, 11, and then goes right into 12, and I believe 14. I don't know if recall seeing 13,
okay,
but they did not manufacture it. But I wanted them so bad, and you know, I squeeze into them. They fine. They
right.
comfy. You know,
Now, when you squeeze it, do you take out the insole? You leave the insole in there.
I left the insole inside.
Really, I can't do
Yeah,
it. I gotta take that insole out because man,
yeah,
my foot. I gotta take the insole out when I do that, man. When I squeeze, I gotta take the insole out, or man, I might lose some circulation in my legs, man, if I don't. So, because I
got
got
you.
fat feet
I
too,
might
so
have to try that.
I
I might
gotta
have to
take
try
that
that.
out. Yeah. But yeah, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful pair right there. That's a beautiful pair. Have you made any cops so far this year? I know we're still in January. Any cops this year?
Yeah. This so far, this one, a Clyde again. I'm overdoing it with the Clydes, right?
Hey, it's all good. Okay. The
It's the Puma Clyde Varsity.
yeah, varsity. Yeah, I like that material. What material is that on the forum strip and on the heel?
It feels like a nylon.
Nylon.
It's
Okay.
if you look carefully, yeah,
Yeah, it looks
it's
beautiful.
like a
Yeah, that looks nice, man. Yeah,
type of
especially
nylon.
that
I love this
Cabernet color.
colorway.
Man, that's man beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, I actually this is my these actually just came in a couple days ago. And these actually dropped last year, but I couldn't find them. I finally ran up on a site where you can actually get a lot of like made in Japan sneakers. So Justin, this is the sneaker I was telling you about that I'm posting for what's it called? Suede Sunday. So these actually some suede nitros. And I know they're going crazy over like the suede nitros, the skate shoe out in Asia. I know they've done a lot of different collaborations out there with that shoe. And this actually dropped last year. The name of the artist, I'm not gonna even lie, I know how to pronounce his name, but it's Hiroton. He's an artist, and these are it right here. And as you can see, it's a skate. As you can see, it's a skate shoe, and it's a suede.
Wow.
Yeah, and look at that, the cat back
Wow.
there. Yeah, I seen these, and there's an orange one. I like the orange one better. So how you see the blue is actually black, and then the form strip and all this is all orange. So he had two sneakers that he dropped. That's one I wanted, but they didn't have my size. But I still love these too. So I was like, and it was a real decent price, like way under that 200 that they try to hit you over. Like even when you go on eBay, they try to hit you with at least 200
Yes.
on those made in Japan sneakers. Yeah, they try to hit you. This wasn't even close to that, man. So yeah, these right here is just a dope sneaker,
Can
man. And I
can you
believe
like
it fit in the
show the front
nitro.
like the lace?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thick light
Wow.
places, yeah. And it's a skate shoe. This is the bottom. Still has little stars. Then of course the little thicker midsole to the regular suede. And yeah, these are the skates, and it has his name right here. Yeah, so yeah, this is my most recent pickup, man. So I'm definitely happy with with this pickup, man. Definitely. So everyone who wants to
Nice.
know, so there's a dope site. This is they're called Kicks Crew, and you can find a lot of like older stuff. It's kind of like it's like a StockX, Goat, and everything like that, where they actually send it in to get verified and everything. And as you can see, these are verified, authentic Kicks
Mm,
Crew. So y'all check them out, Kicks Crew. And they got a lot of dope stuff on there. They got suede that I never thought I'd be able to get. I'm like, okay, I got it all on my on my list. Like, all right, one by one, I'm gonna knock them out, man, and make sure. And then it's got the suede form strip, really not suede, but leather form strip, man. So these are definitely real artistic. Love these.
nice.
All right, so all right, so I'm gonna go over some of the newer models that have dropped recently, and if you're familiar with them, just let me know your opinion. If not, then we'll just go on. The Villa Faces, you said you weren't too familiar with that. What about the Plexus? Are you familiar with that model?
Nah,
How about the 180? It's like a
nah.
skate shoe that they dropped. Puma dropped a skate shoe.
Yeah, I would have. I'm gonna have to check those out.
Okay,
I do
I'm gonna shoot
follow
you
the
pictures of
form
them.
strip.
Yeah, so you can kind of see these newer models that have came out. And then what about? Have you seen like the Fast Star and then the Fastroid, like the real? They actually during the Paris fashion show, was it the Paris or New York fashion show? I can't remember. Last year, it was the Paris or New York fashion show, and they actually debuted them. And the models that had Usain Bolt was like one of the models. They had a lot of like the Puma hoops players, soccer players who all signed to Puma. They were all like the models during the fashion show.
Right.
Dapper Dan was a model, and he introduced a lot of his stuff.
Mm,
So I think this had to be New York, because I think New York is the one that's like in January, February, to kind of let you know what was coming out for the rest of the year. And then that's where Dapper Dan showed off all his Clydes, the suits, the track suits that he was dropping, and everything as well. So check those out too. Okay, and so going back, I know you said that you dabbled in some other brands that you were messing with. So
yes.
during that time, what were some of the other brands that you specifically wore? And even now, do you still dabble in other brands or just exclusively Puma right now?
Well, definitely Adidas, Bally shoes, and uh, guess what? You know, in the '90s, once the '90s hit, I was heavy into Carl Kanai.
Okay.
You know, I loved Carl Kanai, the jeans, and he started making sneakers at the time,
Right. And then
and I had
boots
a
too. You
couple
had
of
the boots
those.
too.
Yes, I had the
Yeah.
boots too. You know,
Yeah.
I might dig up a picture and post it on Instagram. You guys will
Right.
get a
Right.
kick out of that.
But
But
right.
yeah,
Yeah. You
I
had the
had the
boots.
boots
I
as
remember
well.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And what
so
about
Carl
now? Are
Kanai.
you just strictly straight Puma? Or you dabbling in some other brands right now?
Strictly Puma. I actually, in the early 2000s, you know, I started getting into high-end brands. You know,
Okay.
early 2000s, late 90s. I used to have a magazine subscription, you know, which was GQ
Okay.
magazine, and it was the first time that I saw Prada sneakers. This had to have been like about 98 or
Okay.
99.
Okay.
And I never paid that much for sneakers, but I actually went to the Prada store in the Village in New York
Okay.
City,
Okay.
and I started wearing Prada sneakers.
Okay.
And what was funny about that was I'll be in a barber shop and cats had no idea what they were like. Yo, those are nice. What are those? I'm like, they're
Right.
Pradas. They're like Plata. No one had really,
No one
you
knew,
know,
and then all of a
no one
sudden
knew.
it became
Yeah,
big. Yeah.
years
Okay.
later it got big. I had Gucci sneakers as
Okay.
well. I
Okay.
was definitely dabbling in the high
Okay.
end brands, but once those Kane Pumas came, it was like that was it.
Okay. That
You
was
know,
it. Never looked
yeah,
back from there.
yeah.
Okay. A sneaker that caused a lot of buzz. This sneaker actually won sneaker of the year last year. Were the pink Rouge suedes. Did you get a pair of those? The
Pink
pink ones that
Rouge
everyone was posting
suedes.
last year. The Rouge.
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. No,
Yeah,
no,
that
no.
won
R
sneaker of the
H
year
R H U
last
I
year.
G I.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you
No, I
get a pair of
didn't. I didn't.
those?
I
Okay.
didn't get a pair of those.
Okay.
No.
Oh, how come you didn't get
I
a pair?
went.
I know everybody, like all the Puma heads, were going crazy over that sneaker.
It was the tongue. The tongue was very long, and if you look at them, they kind of remind me of shell toes a little bit. Do you get that impression?
Yeah, I can see it.
A
Yeah, I can
little
see it.
bit.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, but they're cool. You know, there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with them. But
Right.
I just didn't,
Okay.
gravitate to them like that.
Okay. Are you not into like the pink? you know how like the pink bright colors of Sonic are in, or you?
Oh no, sir. I do. I got pink Pumas too. You
Okay,
know,
what pink
I'm all
Pumas you
for
got?
it. Let me see. Well, here's one. This is Puma Clyde South
Oh,
Beach.
I love those. I had, man, I got rid of mine. I now regret it. I regret it
Yeah,
getting rid of those. Yeah, that's a beautiful pair. Beautiful. I love that pair. Yeah, I love
yeah.
that pair.
This is one. I have the Puma Clyde Pink Dolphins as
Okay,
well.
okay,
You know, those are nice. I think I have a picture of those on my page.
okay.
I haven't worn this in a
That's a
minute. I
beautiful pair.
almost, yeah, yeah.
That's a
No
beautiful pair,
shame with
man.
the pink. Pink is cool.
Okay,
You
okay.
know.
You know, especially some of the older guys you find like they're like straight. Oh, I do not do pink, no matter, no reason, no pink, no pink, man. But yeah, I mess with pink, man. I like pink.
Yeah, Biggie said Pink Gators, right?
Right, right.
Detroit players, Pink
Yep, yep.
Gators.
If you could do a collab, um, what model would you do, and how would you do that collab? If Puma reached out to you, hey Ron, we want to do a collab with you. What sneaker are you picking, and how are you going to do that collab?
It's definitely going to be a Clyde. It would have to be a color for Haiti,
Okay, okay,
where my family comes from.
okay,
It would have to be something with the released on January 1st
okay,
in celebration of Haiti's independence
okay,
from slavery, from the oppression,
okay,
the defeat of Napoleon.
okay,
It would have to be something that maybe honors Toussaint Louverture.
okay.
That's what I would see. Something historical,
Nice,
something of historical
nice, dope, dope,
significance.
dope.
Maybe put the Haiti flag on the tongue,
Right,
on the
right.
back,
Okay,
and just represent with those colors right there.
dope,
That
dope,
would be
dope.
my vision.
Okay, dope, dope. All right, man. Let's get into this segment, man. We just want to see your collection, man. Show us some of your favorite sneakers. Just whatever you got, man, that you want to show, man. Let's see that collection. Let's see it.
All right, let's
And I definitely want. I know people want to see the poison darts. Definitely want to see those.
for sure. I didn't see too many heads get into the uproars.
Yeah, I
Love the
like those, and
uproars.
those are comfy, man. Those are so comfortable, man. I actually got Puma actually sent me a T-shirt to go with those. Yeah,
Really,
I got it.
yeah. This is
It's
fire.
black with that same colorway on it, man. I love those, man. Those are real comfortable.
Love love these. Uh, and I just want to show that I'm not exclusive to Clydes. I love
Okay,
Clydes. That's my preference, but
right, right,
I
right.
do I do others.
And that was also the early stages of Puma reintroducing the basketball. So that's probably why those didn't really get too much love. But if you look now, people love like the new the what is it, the All Pro. Like people are going crazy over that sneaker right now. You know, the All Pro, that the basketball sneaker that's out right now. So I think it just took time for that. I think if those dropped now, people would have ate them up, man. But I think that's what
Agreed.
it is. It just it took a while for people to get into Puma basketball.
Yeah, much respect to Puma hoops.
Yeah.
I think I started looking into the Puma hoops, and I'm like, wow, this is like a whole. They're really doing their thing with the
Yep.
basketball
Yep.
shoes.
Yeah, you
So
got
to see
Melly
another,
Ball, you got Stewie, yeah, so now you got Scoot there, so
got the Dreamers as well.
mm-hmm. I got that
Nice
pair. I like
nice
that pair.
high top. You
Yep.
know,
J. Cole, that was his first not signature but collab that he did.
and you'll notice I don't really follow sports as much, but once you bring hip hop into the game, I'm all in. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yep. J. Cole.
Yeah, let's go. Let's move into.
But do you remember those days in the 90s when it wasn't rapper that was selling the sneakers, it was the athletes that was
Yes, I
selling
do.
this? You remember
Yeah, Pat.
how things have changed now where it's the artists that are selling the sneakers now.
Yep.
An artist selling, like artists and all that selling the sneakers. But back then the 90s was the rappers were running and buying them. You know, back then it was, man, those basketball sneakers that you had, it was the basketball players were selling the sneakers back then.
Yeah,
And
I
it's just
remember
funny how
Patrick
time has
Patrick Ewing
changed now.
Adidas.
Like people don't run to the store because LeBron dropped the sneaker, but Mike, he dropped the sneaker. We running. Barry Sanders, Dion, we run into the store for those. You know, like
Yep.
Dion and all that. But now those guys, no one's really running to the store, for their sneaker. They're not selling out,
Right.
but put a rapper behind it, man, they run into it. Even just if you look, like with the Sky LX with Slick Rick when he dropped, those sold out like
Oh,
crazy.
yes.
I'm
Did you ever
sure you
see
got a pair of
the
those,
Clyde?
don't you?
Didn't get
You got a
those,
pair of those?
but I didn't
Wow,
get,
I thought you
and
would
I
have had a
could have
pair of
got them for a
those.
good price too. I because of the shape of them, it didn't jump out to me. You're talking about the purple Slick Rick,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
purple
yeah,
Slick
yeah.
Rick ones, because I wanted the gold and black Slick Rick Clydes. I don't know if anyone saw
Hold on.
those, but I think it's a
What?
sample. Yes, sir. There was a gold sample. It was a Slick Rick Clyde. Google it, you'll see the picture.
Okay.
Off the hook, off the
Okay.
hook. And I really wanted Puma to put that out,
Right.
because that was more. I mean, the purple ones are nice. I don't knock anyone who's got them, but I just didn't really. It didn't really jump out to me like that.
Okay. Okay.
I was at
Okay.
the Puma store when they dropped. I was at the Puma store in Midtown,
Oh, you
looking
were
at them
there
like,
like
yo,
when Slick Rick was there and everything? You
no,
were there?
not when he was
Okay.
there.
Okay.
I met Slick Rick another time though. I could talk about that,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely, I definitely saw them there on display, and I'm like, they're dope. But why didn't they do the Clyde, the
Right.
original gold and black? It was gold. It looked almost like a sparkly kind of gold with a black
Oh,
form
dope,
stripe.
dope, dope. Shouts out to Andre. Andre just jumped on. That's who I'll send you. Andre's the one who got the what his name? Samioran
So
Clydes for the low. So salute to
shoot
Andre,
out,
man.
shout out to Andre. Andre, salute. I see you. Those Clydes are killer.
Yeah. That's a beautiful sneaker right there. That foil form strip. Oh my god, that's a beautiful strip.
So next up would be these right
Okay.
here, Puma Poison Dart
Ooh.
Frogs. I've had
Ooh.
these since
Ooh.
I think 2009. I got these.
Oh man.
I used to have them with the black laces. Then I swapped them out for the red.
Okay. I kind of like it better with the red laces.
Yeah, same here,
Oh
same here.
man, whew, man, that's a beautiful shoe.
Here's a model that everyone kind of I wouldn't say everyone slept on, but if you know, you know, which was the Thunders.
I like the Thunders, man. They had their run though. The Thunders had their run. You remember the OG colorways when those dropped the first time and how they sold out?
Yeah, you're talking the black with the
The
Spectra
yellow
is
and
what you're talking
red.
about. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Spectras.
OG. Oh man,
Love
that started
those.
the whole. To me, that sneaker started that whole dad shoe wave up until
Agreed.
now. And then I think that's what sparked some life into Puma too. There was that sneaker right there.
Agreed. I
But I
have to
remember
shout
I had a
out.
bunch of. I got rid of. I won't even. I got rid of a lot of my Thunders. I gave them away or sold them. But I have like 3 pairs of those OGs. I had 3 of them. I got one right now. It's
Wow.
like my beater. I have one that I wear occasionally. I have one I haven't even touched it. It's just there, because I really love that sneaker. That was a beautiful sneaker.
That sneaker taught me that what you like will not always be around, you
Right.
know,
Yes.
and get a
Right.
backup. I've
Yeah.
never
Get it
doubled
back
up
up.
on
Yep.
sneakers, but I ran my Spectras to the ground. I
Yeah.
wore and then I got these. These I doubled up
Yeah.
on. These are the Thunder
Okay.
Fashions.
Okay. That's cool. I like it.
Simple.
They're comfortable too. Yeah.
Very, very, very. Yep. And the Clydezillas was my favorite drop last year.
Okay. So this is the re-release. Do you have the original ones or
Don't have the original ones,
okay?
but as
That's
soon
what.
as the
Yeah, that
re-release
yellow,
became available,
and then the price dropped. And they had a good price for them too,
yeah,
because they
for
were like what
anyone who's
one
interested,
when they originally dropped. They were like 180.
yep.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shoe. Beautiful.
What else? Yeah. The Bodes,
Oh man, classic. That's a classic, man.
MC Shan had these on his MySpace page.
Okay.
That might have been the first or second time I actually saw them. But
Okay.
what I give him credit, he had the matching hoodie. There was a
Oh,
nylon hoodie made to match this.
Oh man,
You
man.
know, not a hoodie, a windbreaker,
Windbreak.
a
Okay,
windbreaker.
okay,
It
okay.
was a yellow and black with the stars all over them. You
Man.
know, just like this. You
Okay.
know, and can't find those. I don't know if they were released together, like you could have got them in one
Right.
time, but I
Right.
did see someone have them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pair right there. Beautiful pair.
And last year, I think I fell in love with the earth tone
Okay.
Pumas that they were dropping. These are
That's
the
the
Puma
Paris
Fly
one, right?
Paris.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That box is nice too. You have the box?
Yeah.
Show that box. That box is so
Mhm.
classy. Man, yeah, I like that box. Woo! That's a classy box right there.
Yeah,
Classy.
it looks cool in the closet when the light hits the Puma
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I love that box.
But I think the Soriyama box, I don't think I've seen anything like it.
Nothing, and then, man, whew, that box, beautiful box, man.
It looks
Beautiful.
like AI. It looks like
Yeah,
AI, doesn't it?
yeah. And so you keep your boxes or you get rid of them?
If it's a
Well, it
regular red,
depends.
I'll get rid of them. But if it's a nice looking
Right.
box like these, I'll keep the
Yeah, you
boxes
gotta
if they're
keep them. Yeah,
special.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But a regular box,
You gonna toss it?
a regular red box,
Yeah.
And I think that's all I got. The meters, I don't know if I showed that.
Oh, I love that pair, man. I love both of them. Which one do you like better? The first one,
Between
or
this and
the
and the
second
studded
one?
one,
Yeah,
I like them both.
yeah.
I like them both. At one point, I didn't appreciate the studded version, but I grew to appreciate it and I wish I pulled the trigger on it when I had the
Right, right,
chance.
right,
But I mean, they're both awesome. But my preference would be this one because I
right,
wanted
right.
it for years, and I had
Okay.
to chase. I've been searching for these for years. These are ones that it took me a while to get.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pair, man. $1,000 bill, Clyde.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I think I showed these in the beginning.
Okay. Yep, yep,
These are the Rob L's.
yep, yep. So give us a sneak peek. What I don't know if you're going to attend March 29th for Clyde Day. If you do, hopefully you do, so we can definitely link and meet up in person. What Clyde are you thinking about wearing? Or are you going to cop a whole new Clyde and like shock us? Or
Wow.
is there a Clyde that you're going to pull out?
I might go with it would have to be something I haven't worn,
Okay,
and I have a couple I just haven't worn them yet. And
okay,
I would like to wear them for a special occasion. So maybe the red and black Dapper Dan Clydes. I do have
okay, okay,
those.
okay.
Or I think I have a white pair of the Basket Vintage as
Oh,
well
okay, okay,
with the snake form stripe.
okay, okay,
You know.
okay,
So yeah, the Basket Vintage is nice
okay.
also. Gotta love that.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Some sneakers I'll sit on till it's got to be an occasion. And like I got you remember the Jay-Z 444 Clydes?
Of
And he only
course.
dropped like 44 in each city that he toured.
Yep.
I got the ATL ones.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I actually unds those because special occasion. Andre 3000 from Outkast had a IMAX special for his album, and we went to go watch it. And I had to bring those out, ATL, and they had the 404 on the back. So I actually unds them for that occasion.
Much respect, man. You rep your city, man. You rep
Oh
your
man,
town.
man, I do. Anyone that knows me knows Fox. They know where Fox is from. Like they know, and I'm quick.
Yeah.
It's very rare you won't see me with an A hat. It's very
See?
rare. It might be so, and then if it is, it's probably like a Puma bucket or something like that. But about that, it's gonna be a and then the beanies I got is going to be, of course, a Puma beanie, when I got
Right.
wearing those, whatever. But outside of that, it's always going to be, Atlanta, always. Yeah,
Respect.
yeah.
Respect. Yeah, man.
All right, man. So, any part of war, anything that we missed, anything you want to talk about? Well, let's do this. I want to talk about what was in your rotation this week. I know we're coming to an end of the. What was Ron rocking this week?
Uh, I'm trying to remember. Definitely my Thunders. What I just showed
Okay,
you. I have the ones that I wear. These are the ones that I just haven't really I keep them stashed away. Once those
Okay.
Spectres sold out, I was like, I'm gonna double up on these.
Right, right,
So
right,
I
right.
wore those. Uh, I'm I vaguely remember. I think I wore my Puma Clyde Paris, as
Okay.
well. I wore the Soriyamas. I mean, I'm sorry, not the Soriyama, the Hanafudas.
The
I
what?
did wear that. I wore that to the
I'm
Hanafudas.
sure.
These, yeah, the ones that were with the flowery design on them.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. The
Yeah, yeah,
Clydes.
yes,
Okay,
the Clydes.
okay,
I
okay.
wore those to church actually.
Oh, okay, nice. Right.
It's,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. What fit did you
and
put that with when you went to church? What fit did you have with that?
wore with a pinstripe suit. Yeah,
Oh, you took a picture? You took pictures?
I got a picture.
So you
I got a
gotta
picture. I may
post that,
post it.
man.
I may
Or shoot
post
that
it.
to me so I can post it, man.
You got it. Let
Oh,
me
well,
tell
oh,
you,
I gotta see
when it
that.
comes
The
to
Clydes?
Pumas,
Man, I
you
gotta
can
see
dress
that.
up. Yeah, you can
Oh,
dress up a Puma Clyde. I
I
think
love
more than any
what?
other sneaker.
You
You can
can, yeah,
wear
the
it with
Clyde or
linen.
suede.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can wear
and
it with a suit. You can wear it with linen. You can wear it with dress down Friday at work and still look dressy.
but you know what? Everyone that knows me, when I do go into the office, I always got on out of suede to Clyde. That's my office wear. I don't wear too many of the other shoes when it comes to the office. Sometimes I do if on a Friday or something like that, but that's all I wear. I dress up, but I got suedes and Clydes on.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they know that's well, they don't call me Foxicle, but they were like, hey, he's one always in Pumas. And they know it's gonna
yeah,
be my Clyde
yeah.
and suedes. They know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. It's funny when people know you for your passion,
Right, right.
and I'm known for it as well. Family and friends, they say Pumas. If they see a pair of nice Pumas, they'll just call me, "Hey, Ron, I was thinking about you today. I saw a pair of nice Pumas today,"
Right.
and that's a good thing. That's
And
a
my
good
fact, and
thing.
then actually one of my cousins just actually jumped on. Yeah, so I've had family members. I've got them all into Puma now. Um, I don't like pat myself on the back, but I know I was a big reason with Puma push here in Atlanta with people, just everyone, because I used to do a lot of like events and all that type of stuff out here in Atlanta. So they knew who the Puma guy was, and I like that feeling of being the only one.
Yeah,
Everyone's in their Jordans and this, and I damn near get started anytime I'm going to the mall with the kids, going to an event with the family, whatever it may be. I always get stopped. Like, damn, what are those?
yeah,
What are those? But when you're wearing the regular Jordans, like they're seeing like, oh, cool, cool.
yeah.
But a lot of times you're not going to get stopped because everyone and their mama got them. But for example, I had the new RSXL Diamond Supply for the 75th anniversary.
Love
I wore
those.
them
I've
to
seen those.
Monster Jams. I took my son to Monster Jams. Everybody stopped me. It didn't matter what nationality, race they were. They're like, yo, those are dope. Those are nice. Those are cool. What are those? So I love that feeling, like being the only one, and you walking with some Clyde, some Suedes, whatever Puma may be, and being everyone like, yo, those are dope. I like those. I like those. Like I wore the to the mall the other day. I wore the Scarface Suedes.
Okay.
I got stopped like 3 times. Like, yo, what are those? I love that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And then even when I got into the sneaker culture thing, I used to be big into Jordans. I actually got Jordans tattooed on my arm, but I was big. I had all of them from one all the way down. I was big into the Jordans. And then when I wanted to get into sneakers and make it more of a business, I was like, man, I need to find a brand where I can stand out and
Right.
separate myself from everyone else. I can't do the Jordans. Everyone's doing that. I don't want to do the Yeezys. Everybody's doing that. So I was like, man. And I started looking around. I fell back around with Puma. I was like, man, and then all the stories that they had and a lot of stuff they do with the communities, and they're really focused on getting into the community. I'm like, man, I messed with that brand. It taught to me, and then been down ever since, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just like that feeling, man, being the only one with it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Puma is what I love about it is there's something. It's the most versatile
man,
brand, in my
not even
opinion.
close.
The most
Not
versatile.
even close.
Anybody can wear them. If you're in you're a grown man, you have some Pumas. It doesn't look like you're trying to look young. They
Right.
got styles now. All the MBs, the mellows that are out, and all of that. I see young kids. I was at the dentist and I saw a father and son come in wearing them. I'm like, wow, this is
I,
so
I do that
this
with
is
my
so
son too.
cool.
Yeah.
And I had to walk up and like, yo, I get it. You
Right,
know
right,
what I mean?
right,
I'm
right,
wearing a pair myself. I get it.
right.
You know, so yeah, Puma is it's the most versatile, stylish brand in terms of quality. It
Oh,
keeps up with the high end luxury, so-called luxury brands. Puma is right there. You could put it right next to a Prada. You could put it right next to a Gucci, and it'll hold its own style
right,
wise.
right,
You know, of course, if you hook it up properly. You
right,
know,
right.
so yeah, Puma, it's Pumas for life, man.
Right. And then like when you said that quality, man, like I know I have like old Pumas that are still like got a lot of light to them. And a lot of times like people I know that have Jordans, man, they start falling apart, all types of sole socks. I don't have any Pumas where the sole came off. None.
Right.
No pair. But I know people who have Jordans where the midsole came off or
Yeah.
just crumbled. The shoe just crumbled. I'm like, damn, like the quality on Puma is by far none. You can't compare. The only one I would say is close, is real good, is New Balance. The quality on New Balance is amazing too. You know,
Oh
real
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, but outside of that, Nikes like the Dunks and all that, like, well, that quality is just I couldn't even do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's up there. Uh, and again, the community is cool. Everyone is on some unity stuff,
Yeah,
and even in terms of price points. Like if you paid, I've seen cats say, I paid more, but you could get them on sale at this spot right here. You could go to StockX and get, or you could go to this site and get
yep,
them cheaper than what I paid.
right, right.
And and the camaraderie that I've seen, I've seen it on your platform. I've seen it, with Justin. I've seen it with Chopper. I want to salute every one of
Shouts
them.
out Chopper. He's in the
Everyone is
room right
just
now.
mad
Shouts out
cool.
to Chopper. Yeah,
Chopper, salute. Everyone's just very humble and down to earth. No one's trying to floss and get in your face and like you don't do Puma like me, son.
right, right.
None of that.
Right, right. And then it's like that with a lot of other brands, man. So competitive, man. I'm like, damn, like
Yeah,
it's sneakers. Like, why is it so? Why are we making it so competitive? Like, and then you start buying a sneaker you may not even like, just because
yeah,
you want to be in the in crowd. And nah, I don't like that. I can't get down like. And I've never rode like that before. I've always wanted to be my own thing anyway. So like even I
right.
never jumped into gangs. Went to college. Never jumped into any of the fraternities. I just always want to do me and stand out being me. You know what I'm saying? So, and
That's right.
Puma does that for me.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I would like to shout out, on your platform, my man M. Gosi. He's a talented producer. He's got his, if you want to follow him, it's Mission 101 Media. He's got an album out.
Okay.
It's called Kiss the Devil Goodbye.
Okay.
And when nobody's looking, I do a little rapping, and
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
on this
Okay.
project as
Are
well.
you on there? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I am. It's called Kiss the Devil Goodbye. And go see. Salute my brother if you're watching. I just I just plugged you.
Okay.
Pause.
So, Andre's asking, do you like the Aruba Blue Diamond Supply Clydes?
See those. I have to see those. Have those? When did those drop?
Those dropped like 20 teens in the 20 teens, like 20 15, 14, 15, 16, around there.
I'd have to see them.
It's the blue ones.
One thing.
It's a blue Clyde, and has a black form strip. And it's got that diamond, that diamond.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
those.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
know
it's
what you're
called
talking about.
Aruba
I know
Blue.
what you're about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes. It's similar. It's similar to this color. It's
Right,
similar
right,
in
right. But then it
tone
has a
to
black
this
form
color.
strip.
But
Yeah.
yes, love those.
That's
Those are fire.
one of
Those
my
are fire.
favorite Clydes,
It's got a
man. That's
black.
one
It's
of
got
my,
a textured
yeah,
black.
texture
It's textured.
black on it. Yeah, that's one of my
Yeah,
favorite Clydes. Like, yeah, I love that Clyde. I
yeah,
got a pair and I probably worn them. Those are some that I only wear. Like, it's got to be like an occasion. I bring them out.
yeah.
And that suede
Those are
is just
special.
the material of that suede is just so buttery and amazing. Yeah, butter. I love
Yeah,
those.
those are nice. Those are nice. I have seen those. Yeah, I remember. If you'll see, I don't really keep. I don't really know my name, but once you give me the description and the
Description, yeah.
visuals, I got it. I got it. But a lot of you brothers, salute everyone who, you guys are like
I
encyclopedias.
know, right?
You know what I mean?
Right? And
Yeah,
then and then Justin just, I don't know. I'll take bring it up, and hopefully when I get Justin on the show, he'll talk about it too. but he was on another podcast. I believe it was, I don't know, man. My weeks are so long. Sometimes I'll think it was a week, 3, 4 weeks ago. No, it was just last week. That's how long my weeks are. But he was on a podcast and he was talking about the real truth behind the Clyde and the Suede and how the Clyde really is the Suede and all that. And man, he like broke down some history. Like that man, Justin, man. And with any model, anything, I'll shoot him a DM and he'll just break shit down. If I
Wow.
see a picture or something, I was like, just what model is this? He instantly he'll tell you what model it is, the history behind it. That man right there is just a walking encyclopedia, man. Like, I can't wait for Puma to do something with them, man. Like, that man is just a walking encyclopedia when it comes to Puma. It's amazing.
Yeah. His and his collection is so extensive
Right, right.
and and
He has a lot of
and
vintage,
layered,
and he'll have the new
multi-layered
stuff.
collection.
And then he has so many of the new stuff, he just don't post it like that.
Yeah.
He'll post a lot of his vintage stuff, and then once in a while you'll see some new stuff pop up. Like, man, Justin, you had those. But he's one of those guys that we were talking about. He could brag. He could stunt on all of us. He could flex on us if he
Yeah.
wanted. He could flex on us. Like you. I know you could too with your collection and the vintage stuff that you have. But and that's what's cool about it as OGs in the Puma world when it comes to that. Like, he could easily stunt and flex on everybody. Like, you
Right.
little guys, look at this. So he could easily do that. But he's just one of the most humble guys, man, which is dope, man.
Yes.
And doesn't mind sharing and teaching the information. You know what I'm saying? So I love that.
Each one teach one.
Yep, exactly. My last question before we get out of here, because you brought up the music. Um, there was that meme going on real crazy last year. I think there's been something that's been going on for the past couple of years on social media with Jay-Z. Would you take the meeting with Jay-Z or 500,000? What would you do?
I got bills, kid. No, honestly, it's a good debate because you got to think about it. To be able to sit with a brother like Jay-Z, who came from poverty, came from the projects,
Mm-hmm.
came from a neighborhood where guns were going off on a regular basis, and that he was able to come so far. It would be an honor to sit with a man and get some insight. However, the money I think would be a better, you could take that money and build your future yourself, or
Right, right, right,
invest it and, maybe, talk to some financial advisors and create a legacy for yourself and for your
right,
children, for your loved ones.
right. Exactly,
So,
exactly.
all respect to Jay-Z, I'm not, those who know me will tell me I'm more of a Nas fan, you know what I
I'm a
mean?
Nas fan too. You know,
But I tip my hat off to him. But I'll take
yeah,
that bread.
me
That's
too. I'm taking
no
that money,
question.
man.
Yeah.
I love Jay. Definitely would love to sit and chat, but it's not too often you're gonna run into that 500K, man.
And guess what? He was in an interview and he answered that himself. He said,
He
"Listen,
said
take
take
the
the
money."
500, right?
So
He said it himself.
yeah,
Man, it'd be so funny when you see the people who want to be the super smart people. Like, man, I will take that meeting with Jay-Z. Okay, man. Uh,
yeah,
okay, you just want to be the smart guy and then the intellectual guy. Why you would want to take that meeting with Jay-Z instead of the 500 grand? Nah, ain't no
nah.
intellectual. My intellect is I gotta get that money, man. That's the intellect for me.
There you
Give me
go.
that 500K. All right, man.
There you go.
Ron, man, I definitely appreciate that, man. You taking the time to jump on the show, man, today, man. So definitely appreciate it. Tune in next week. We got another special guest next week. I'll make that announcement over the next couple of days of who we got on the show next week. And man, just salute to everybody, man, who tune in every Thursday and check it out, man. Definitely salute to everybody, man. Once again, Ron, appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on. Anything you need as far, hey Fox, where can I get this on a low? We like to work within a budget, man. Just hit me up, man. I got different links and everything as well for you, man. So just salute to everyone, man. Much love to the whole Puma community. We are Puma Bros. Salute to everybody.
Appreciate you, Fox. Much respect.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right, everybody, I'm out. Y'all be safe. See y'all next week.